Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, each and everyone. And we explained the Nidaria, Ctenophora, and the Forifera in the previous classes. And today we are going to explain about the Platyhelminthes, which is one of the most important, and it is considered as the first triploblastic phylum. So let us talk about this Platyhelminthes. So what is the chapter of this, Nana? This is nothing but Platyhelminthes. What is the meaning of platy, Nana? Platy means nothing but flattened. So the animals, the Platyhelminthes includes the animals. Body is said to be dorso-ventrally flattened. These animals' body is dorso-ventrally flattened. As these animals' body is said to be dorso-ventrally flattened, hence these animals are commonly called as flatworms. Why these animals are called as flatworms? Because their body is said to be dorso-ventrally flattened. That's an important. Okay, right. And this is the Platyhelminthes, which is the first triploblastic phylum. The first triploblastic phylum in the kingdom Animalia. What is the first triploblastic phylum? It is nothing but Platyhelminthes with a coelomate condition. A absent, coelom, body cavity. Body cavity is totally absent. With a coelomate, bilateral symmetry. What is bilateral symmetry? The animal can be cut into right and left halves by passing a median sagittal plane. By passing only one plane through the long axis of the body, we can cut the body into right and left halves. Then that type of symmetry is called bilateral symmetry. With a bilateral symmetry and organ grade organization. What is the organization? Most of the Platyhelminthes shows which organization, Nana? Organ grade organization. That's an important, very most important. And most of these Platyhelminthes are endoparasites. Sir, what are endoparasites? Those parasite lives inside the host body or lives inside the other animal's body for their shelter and nutrients. So that what we call them as endoparasite. The parasite lives inside the host body are called endoparasites. These are endoparasites in animals, including humans. This is the most important bit, Nana. So most of these are endoparasites, which are endoparasites in the animals, including humans. And if we observe here, the hooks and suckers, both hooks and suckers seen in parasitic forms. Those flatworms, which are called as parasites, are having both hooks and suckers. These are called as hold-fast organs. With the help of hooks and sucker, they attach to the human intestine. That is why these are mostly seen in parasites or parasitic flatworms. The parasitic flatworms contain hooks and suckers. And some parasites, these parasitic worms, the Platyhelminthes contain parasitic forms, absorb the digested nutrients. They can absorb the digested nutrients. They can easily absorb the digested nutrients through their body surface. The parasite absorb the digested nutrients through their body surface from host body. Through their body surface. From which body, Nana? Host body. So from the host body, the parasite can easily absorb the digested nutrients. So like that, this parasite's body is said to be present in the host. And the flame cells. Sir, what are flame cells? I think everybody knows this. Flame cells is also called as Protonephridia. The most important question which they asked in the previous MSET bits and the previous AIPMT bits also. Not only in the previous AIPMT, BHU and CMC, like these are competitive exams also, they asked this question. The flame cells are Protonephridia. These are considered as excretory cells. So what are the excretory cells of flatworms, Nana? These are the excretory cells of flatworms. Do you know one thing? These Protonephridia, primary function. The main function of this Protonephridia is osmoregulation. What is the primary function of it, Nana? Osmoregulation. You know what is osmoregulation? Correct maintenance of ionic means correct maintenance ionic pH and body fluid balance or electrolytic balance is considered as osmoregulation. And what is its secondary function, sir? Sir, you clearly said primary function osmoregulation means, is it having secondary function? Yes. The secondary function is removal of waste, that what you are giving the terminology called excretion. What is the terminology you are giving to this? The secondary function is excretion, one of the most important one. So thus you are clearly saying that flame cells, one of the most important for NEET, otherwise called Protonephridia, or the excretory cells of flatworms, whose primary function is osmoregulation and secondary function is nothing but excretion. Excretion. And the sexes, if we go for this here, sexes are not separated. Sir, what is the meaning of sexes are not separated? It means both male and females are said to be both male and female sex organs present within the same body, that what we call bisexual, otherwise called hermaphrodites. The technical term given to this is hermaphrodites, one of the important bit. Sir, what about the fertilization? If we go for the fertilization, the fertilization is said to be internal. If the male and female gametes undergo the fusion, if inside the body male and female gametes get fused inside the body, we call the type of fertilization as nothing but internal. And what about the development? I think everybody knows this. Development is surely indirect. Development is indirect. I clearly mentioned in the above classes, if the development is said to be indirect, surely it must have a larva with many larval stages. Development is said to be indirect with many larval stages. One of the most important bit it is. And if we go for the regeneration power, a group of free living flatworms, that what we call planarians. Planarians are the group of flatworms. They show remarkable power of regeneration. Remarkable power of regeneration. Sir, planarians are showing remarkable power of regeneration. Yes. Is it right? Yes, correct. And due to the presence of, what are the specialized cells that give the regeneration power? Neoblasts. The cells that give the regeneration power to the planarians is said to be nothing but neoblasts. They are nothing but neoblasts. Planarians showing remarkable power of regeneration due to the presence of which cells, Nana? Neoblasts. That's an important. If we go for the examples, before going for the example, parasites like Fasciola hepatica. The parasites like Fasciola hepatica shows many larval stages. That is, at first, the first stage is miracidium. The second stage is sporocyst. And the third stage is Rhedia. And the fourth stage is Cercaria. And the fifth stage is Metacercaria. Metacercaria. So, and the next one is adult. So, you are saying that Miracidium, Sporocyst, Rhedia, Cercaria, Metacercaria, and adult. And adult. These are the different types of stages through which, or these are the different types of stages through which the adult form is said to be passing. And adult forms are developed through these stages. This is one of the important bit. And similarly, the parasites like Fasciola, the same parasite you are saying, the parasites like Fasciola, it is showing polyembryonic condition. It shows polyembryonic condition. Sir, what is polyembryonic condition? It is nothing but production of many embryos. It is nothing but production of many embryos. So the production of many embryos from a single zygote. The production of many embryos from a single zygote. So the production of many embryos from a single zygote. A single zygote undergoes multiplication to give many embryos, and that condition what you are calling as polyembryony. What is the condition you are saying, Nana? The polyembryonic condition, which is very, very most important condition you have seen here. What is the condition, Nana? Polyembryonic condition. One of the important condition, Nana. So this is one of the important. The parasites like Fasciola showing polyembryonic condition. Production of many embryos from a single zygote is called as polyembryonic condition. So, and one more. If they ask the examples related to this, the most important examples are 1. Now itself we said that Fasciola hepatica. This is the Fasciola hepatica, which is commonly called as liver fluke. The second one is called Schistosoma hematobium. Schistosoma hematobium. What is the meaning of hema? Means heme, means blood. Hematobium. This is called as blood fluke. And Deuteria, the most important example. Deuteria is called as a planarian. Deuteria is called as planarian. And one more, convoluta. This is one more example which is called as acele, in which the body cavity is completely absent. Convoluta. And one more, Tinea solium. Tinea solium is called as pork tapeworm, as its body appear like that of tape, and which may be 3 to 5 meters and appear like that of tape. We call this as it obtained in the pork conker. We are saying this pork tapeworm. And Tinea sezynata. This is the Tinea sezynata, which is appeared in the beef, and we call that as beef tapeworm. And Echinococcus granulosus. Echinococcus granulosus. This is called dog tapeworm. Thus, you are saying Fasciola, Schistosoma, Deuteria, Convoluta, Tinea solium, Tinea sezynata, Echinococcus granulosus. All these are the very important examples. If they are not given in your textbook, you have to read these all. Because in the previous examinations, they asked this in the form of match the following. 2 columns matching, 3 columns matching. Very important for NEET, these examples are. These are very important for NEET. Very, very much important for the NEET examination. Very, very much important. And one more. The characteristic feature of all tapeworms is pseudo-metamerism. Pseudo-metamerism is the characteristic feature of Which flatworms? Pseudometamerism is the characteristic feature of tapeworms. Pseudometamerism is the characteristic feature of which worms, Nana? Tapeworms. That's the most important. That's the most important. True metamerism is an important character seen in annelids, whereas pseudometamerism, in which the body forms new segments from below the neck region. So, if the new segments are formed from anterior region of the body behind neck, we call the type of metamerism as pseudometamerism. That's one of the important bit. And we are saying that life history of Fasciola hepatica is more complex as it shows many stages to develop into adult. Let me repeat once again. So what I am saying, I am starting from here. Platyhelminthes. These are the animals whose body is dorsoventrally flattened. If the body is dorsoventrally flattened, these called as flatworms. And this is the first triploblastic phylum with acoelomate, bilateral symmetry and organ grade organization is observed. And these are, most of these are, not all, mostly, we are saying mostly, these are endoparasites in animals including humans. The hooks and suckers with which the parasitic worms attaches to the host body. They attach to the host body with the help of hooks and suckers. Most of these endoparasites absorb the nutrients from the host body through their body surface, because their body surface is having small pores. Through those small pores, the digested nutrients of the host are absorbed into the parasite body. And the flame cells, the most important question, otherwise called Protonephridia. These are the excretory cells of flatworms. Even though the word we are mentioning here, the excretory cells, its primary function is not excretion. Its primary function is osmoregulation. And secondary function is removal of waste, that what you are calling as excretion. And fertilization, internal. Development is indirect with many larval stages. Planarians, these are the free living flatworms. These are the planarians, are the free living flatworms. The free living flatworms which are having the remarkable power of regeneration. The free living flatworms which shows remarkable power of regeneration, and that remarkable power of regeneration is due to the presence of neoblast cell, are nothing but planarians. And these are bisexual. You are clearly saying these are bisexual, otherwise called hermaphrodites. The life cycle of some parasites are more complex because they become adult by passing through different stages. Miracidium, sporocyst, rhedia, cercaria, metacercaria, that is nothing but adult. The parasites like Fasciola hepatica, which is commonly called liver fluke, showing a condition called polyembryony. What is polyembryony? Production of many embryos from a single zygote is called as polyembryony. This is one of the most important. This is one of the most important. And what is the most characteristic important feature of tapeworms? A characteristic feature of tapeworms is pseudometamerism. So what is pseudometamerism? Pseudometamerism means development of new segments from the anterior part of the body behind the neck region is called as pseudometamerism. That's an important. So dear students, these are the most important points regarding the platyhelminthes. While you are preparing, let you see where we put the 4 marks. There you concentrate on these points. There just you concentrate. There you just concentrate. So wherever we put 4M, there just I think so in one chapter, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, just points will be. And those 3 or 4 points, you must concentrate more. But most of the times, regarding the platyhelminthes, they ask the question is flame cells, otherwise called Protonephridia. So, dear students, please understand this concept easily by this manner. And wherever we put 4M there, that is important, means that we are mentioning They are important for NEET point of view. Scientific name and common name are very much important for NEET point of view. Okay, so dear students, if you are shown more interest toward my lectures, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.